The UFC has announced their 328 card in full and every single main event until June. Did they cook? Let's talk about it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. This is MMA 365, greatest UFC news YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe, especially because 95% of you watching are not currently subscribed. So if you watch this video and you enjoyed it, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. It helps me out. Thank you. So, the UFC has announced 328 in Newark. Will be in May, headlined by Khamzat Chimaev against Sean Strickland. And yeah, this fight was leaked, and I think it's the correct fight to make. And good timing, because Khamzat was supposed to be out until about April, and well, Sean Strickland, we just saw him fight, so quick turnaround for him. But this is an A-plus main event. The fight to make for Khamzat Chimaev, in my opinion. Co-main is Alexander Volkov against Waldo Cortez Acosta. This is pretty much a title eliminator, considering the interim championship of Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. Whoever wins that will fight Tom Aspinall upon his return. And then once that's sorted, then I'd imagine whoever wins this fight, Volkov or Cortez Acosta, will fight the champion then. Good matchmaking. I think this is kind of the only fight for either of these guys to really take at this point because the heavyweight division is so thin. And then Sean Brady, Philadelphia boy, Newark isn't too far, against Joaquin Buckley. This was announced as an Apex fight, but they're putting it in Newark as the featured fight, which I think is the correct decision. Yeah, both of these guys are coming off of losses. And Joaquin Buckley defended takedown, TBD. Sean Brady is a good test for that. And then opening the main card, I believe. Not sure with how it's presented, but King Green against Jeremy Stevens. This is a fight. It's certainly one of the fights of all time. I really don't have that much to say about this one, but fights with King Bobby Green are usually a good time, and he is coming off a win, so maybe this will turn out being a banger. And also, we have Jan Blachowicz rematching Bogdan Guskov. Kind of underwhelming. The original fight, they fought on the first card of the year. It was a unanimous draw because Blachowicz won 2 rounds, but Bogdan Guskov got a 10-8, so canceled out into a draw. And yeah, we get to watch these guys fight for 3 rounds again. Yippee. But I do think the original fight was pretty entertaining. It's just having a rematch does kind of feel a little bit underwhelming. And I feel like this card is one fight away from being good. Because the main event, and even the co-main event, and the featured fight, they're all good. It's just King Green versus Jeremy Stevens just sticks out like a sore thumb. That has prelims all over it. So I wouldn't be asking for too much, but I think one more fight of ranked versus ranked would go a long way into us seeing this card and thinking, okay, this is a good card. You know? Jeremy Stevens on a main card in 2026. Who asked for that? I think this is a retirement fight, but I could be wrong. And even then, it's okay to retire on the prelims. So be it. Next, I want to highlight UFC is going to Macau on May 30th. It will be main evented by Song Yadong against Deiveson Figueiredo. Both of those guys kind of need a spike in their mojo, kind of do or die for both of them. Then we also have Zhang Mingyang and Alonzo Menefield. Last time we saw Mingyang, he got mogged, half kicked to death by Johnny Walker. And Alonzo Menefield, he's just one of those light heavyweight guys who's hanging around the fringe top 15. usually in fun fights one way or the other. So I think this is a good fight. Someone will probably get knocked out. But the next fight I want to talk about, uh, this might be a free money glitch. I have no idea what the UFC is cooking with this. Sergey Pavlovich against Deiveson Figueiredo. If Sergey Pavlovich doesn't win this, it's over. Heat death of the universe will occur. We'll all be blown to smithereens, and none of this will matter. I would bet my life savings that Sergey Pavlovich wins this fight. Deiveson Figueiredo won against Tai Tuivasa by virtue of having less poor cardio. I came out of that fight feeling a little disgusted and ashamed at what I just watched, and gets rewarded now with Sergey Pavlovich. Well, I don't really know if that's a reward. I don't think it is, in fact. I think it's a pretty painful fight. Um, but I think Deiveson Figueiredo is almost like too big for his own good, where he looks large and intimidating, but he kind of just sets up a bigger target, I think, for striking. And yeah, Sergey Pavlovich, the longest reach in the heavyweight division. Maybe in UFC history, I believe. He has a wingspan of, I think, 7 foot. So if Sergey Pavlovich does anything short of completely piecing up Deiveson Figueiredo, I will be completely shocked. Um, so potential free money glitch right here. I'm not a financial advisor, but those are my thoughts. And lastly, we have an Apex card this weekend, and I think this is actually pretty good. I was looking at this card and I was like, scrolling through, I was like, yeah, okay. But I saw some fights and I got pretty intrigued. Kevin Vallejos, he has momentum now. He's coming off a win over Giga Chikadze, and he's facing the test of Josh Emmett. Vallejos, very Topuria-esque. I think he has a bright future ahead of him. Mandalimos and Julian Robertson. Julian Robertson is a fun fighter, so I know people shy away from women's fights, but I think this one should be pretty good. Andre Fili, I like him. His fights are usually pretty good. Kind of win one, lose one, but his fights are entertaining, and he seems like a nice guy. Harry Hardwick, British for their input, and on the main card, prelims ish. Starting from the bottom and going up. Stephen Aspinall gets another fight. Is volume striker at heavyweight with good cardio. I am expecting this guy to be ranked very soon. But Vitor Petrino, he's another athletic heavyweight. So very intrigued by this one. Because Vitor Petrino is no slouch. Miktabek Oralbai, he's my guy. He's always in bangers. It's Chris Curtis. I think this one should be an absolute war. And Bruno Silva and Charles Johnson. This is another fight. It's like flyweights, and this is almost, I believe, ranked versus ranked. So, yeah, another Charles Johnson fight. He did just get knocked out in January. Surprised he's fighting so soon, but whatever. And Umar Sy and Ion Kudalaba. These guys also are in wars. I remember watching Umar sign a Paris card. The crowd got really hyped for that. It was really pretty cool. Yeah, both of those guys I watched them and I think like, oh, they're actually pretty good. So maybe this win can start some momentum. So yeah, I think obviously Apex cards, we have lower standards, but this exceeded my low standard. I'm pleasantly surprised. Hopefully it lives up to my expectations. That'll conclude this video for now. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching.